In this video, I want to talk about review options within a quiz. If you've ever struggled with, my students can't see their quiz scores, or they can see the quiz attempts, I only want them to see their points, it all comes down to review options. We'll jump into As You Learn in just a minute, but just as a preview, review options is divided into 4 categories. During, what are they allowed to see while they're taking the quiz? 2. Immediately after the attempt. This means after the student clicks submit, what are they allowed to see for that first 2 minutes after they submit? Later, while it's still open. What that means is often faculty create a window of time, 2-3 days, where they can take the quiz, even if they're only allowed 20 minutes to take it. So while that window is still open, what can they see then? And the last option is, after the quiz is closed, no one is taking the quiz anymore, what can students see now? Let's take a look within As You Learn. So now I'm in my As You Learn site. I'm going to scroll down, and here's Exam 1, which is a quiz. I'm going to click the link, and then I'm going to click the Settings tab. Scrolling down, here's the header Review Options. Remember, there are 4 major columns, and they represent different time periods for the quiz. During the attempt is what can students see while they're taking the quiz. Generally, it's the attempt, which is the text of the questions. The next header is immediately after the attempt. By default, points and overall feedback are checked. Points means they could see their scores for the first 2 minutes, because this column only controls that time period. Later, while the quiz is still open, this time period represents the window that I have set as the teacher that they're allowed to take the quiz. So maybe I give them 20 minutes, but they could take it anytime during a 2 or 3 day period. So let's say we're still within that 2 to 3 day period. What can they see then, while other students are still taking the quiz? In this case, I'm allowing them to see points and overall feedback. This last column is after the quiz is closed. This means students can no longer take the quiz. Everyone has submitted. What do I want them to see? So what I have checked here is the attempt. The attempt is the actual question text. So if you don't want students to see the questions after they take it, you would uncheck that item. As soon as you do, a number of other things become unchecked as well. So the attempt is the question text. Whether correct says when they look at that quiz attempt, are they able to tell whether or not they got the question correct? Points is scores. Specific feedback and general feedback are actually built into the quiz questions, and many faculty never add that information. Right answer. Many faculty use true-false, matching, multiple choice. In that case, do you want students to see what the correct answer was? Any of these that you don't want them to see, you can simply uncheck. But it's important to note, if I uncheck points here, and also in this column, so if points, scores, is only checked in this column immediately after the attempt, that's the first 2 minutes. If I want them to consistently be able to see their points, I'm going to check in all 3 columns. If you want students to be able to see the question text after the quiz is closed, so they could use it as a review tool, you would click the attempt. I hope this video helps.